All right. So without further ado, I'm going to kick this thing off. First of all, I just want to introduce our guest today. Super, super excited. My first memories of Kellyn Acosta, believe it or not, it was actually on FIFA. This guy decided it would be a good idea to put FC Dallas on against me every single time.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, dude. I mean, you have to
Yeah.
have had like 4-star skill moves, something like that. Ridiculous shot. Unbelievable. But ever since then, man, Kellyn Acosta, you've been playing professional. We've been following you for the last 10 years or so. All the way through rising up in the ranks, becoming one of the best players in the league, getting into that US men's national team picture, and now just this constant kind of presence on our TVs. So thank you so much for being here, Kellyn. Thank you.
No, thank you. I mean, that was a lot, but I appreciate the kind words. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad you guys thought of me and, happy to be on the show.
Thanks. Yeah, it's great to have you. So yeah, we just have a few questions for you,
Little things.
get your thoughts on
Yeah.
professionals' opinion on things. So
Totally.
Alan, kick us off.
First of all, I do want to also say congratulations on that insane finish the other day.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. I don't score often, but sometimes I can put the ball in the net. So I was happy to get on the score sheet.
Dude, unbelievable. And that actually is a pretty good tangent to kind of my first sort of question, and something that I think about a lot. Hope it's not too weird, but I think about this a lot. I think about the positional change that you actually did take early on in your career, switching into that CDM role. In my mind, or in the two of our minds as avid Sunday League enthusiasts, we like to take a crack at the pitch here and there. We get out and we play. I play center back. You play.
Yeah, I'll play up top on the wing.
There's no chance this guy plays anywhere else other than at the very top of the box, sitting there waiting for the ball, maybe making a little, acceleration here and there.
Yeah, I'll put some pace on it.
All right.
I'll put the afterburners on sometimes.
All right.
But yeah, I'm not gonna slot back in, the center back role. I've tried my hand at the distributor number 6 role.
And how was that?
It's kind of fun, it's
not
nice.
as fun as scoring goals. I know that's right.
Yeah, it's got a different vibe because as the attacker, the job is to really fire things up and burst into the box and do something crazy. And the center defensive mid has to sort of bring control into the game, right? Set the tempo. And really it's the tempo that the rest of the team builds off of. So I guess, we're kind of thinking about how is it for you, switching into that CDM role, being that tempo setter of the
pressure in that position as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something you just got to just embrace. For me, I like to be on both sides of the ball. I like, to have a lot of touches, because when I feel like I'm getting a lot of touches, I'm into the game. I feel like, I'm connecting everyone around me, really. I mean, I can get the ball from center back, moving off my midfielders, playing to the forwards, can sometimes score some goals, set the tone. Midfielders are pivotal and key cogs and teams, because for starters, you're helping the defense hopefully get some clean sheets, but then you got to help with the attack as well. Saw this past weekend I scored a goal. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. But no, just a role that I've always enjoyed. I like to just contribute any which way possible, but more so with the ball than without. But I have qualities where I can win the ball as well, but especially be on LAFC, get the ball and give it to our star players up top, and whether it's Carlitos Vela or Chicho, Mahala, Brian Rodriguez, number of guys. Put those guys in good spots, they're going to score. And so my job is to just help better everyone around me. So if I put them in good spots, I know that they'll do the rest. And so I'm just trying to contribute any which way possible.
Yeah, and at least for me, at heart, I am an Arsenal fan. So I'm very partial for the Carlos Vela connection.
Yeah.
But from watching Arsenal, it's been a rough patch, right? But something I've noticed so much is in that rough patch that we've had, the center backs get exposed so much by these attackers that are sprinting at them, and sometimes the CDMs aren't doing their job to slow them down. Because you kind of, the center back doesn't want to get sprinted at, because then they're tracking back. So it's really important for you to do that. How does it, how does that translate into the game? What are you thinking when, your job is really to protect those guys?
No mistake.
Yeah, I mean, the game is all about like details and in that sense. So, when you have a forward running at your center backs, I mean, obviously it's not great. So, I mean, for my job is to, for one, slow them down as much as possible so everyone can get in position. So you kind of got, because in a sense, it's kind of zonal, right? You force them to one direction to lead them into traffic to win the ball off of them if you can't just win it off yourself. So, my job is to kind of just be a nuisance in a sense where, they're going to have to do a whole lot to get by me, and whatever they try to do is going to make them put their head down, make bad decisions, probably over dribble, probably not make a great pass, force them out of bounds. I mean, regardless, and then able to, kind of, make the center backs' jobs easier. Because when you have quick guys running at them, doing step overs, you got guys overlapping, underlapping, it's difficult for a center back or outside back to cover all the space. Yeah. So for us, it's kind of just be in good positions where you can force mistake on the opponent, win the ball back, and then go the other way. And hopefully you got your attackers running straight at the center backs and, creating opportunities.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. You mentioned like disrupting the attackers, right? Like it's your job, right? Like I said earlier, you're like setting the tempo and you're also disrupting the opponent's tempo. So yeah, it's that position is so important. You're really involved in everything. And I see why, you're enjoying it so much.
Yeah. Because you play on both sides of the ball, right? So you're setting up an attack, you're defending, you're carrying the ball up, you're playing off. I mean, you kind of do it all, and you're kind of in the thick of, every play. It kind of stems from, how the midfield moves the ball up. Because I mean, sometimes, you have the center back play the ball over the top or a through ball, but more so, for the real setup goals, it goes from, goalie, defense, midfielders able to find the forwards in a great spot, play them through and on goal, or the midfielder scoring on their own. So
yeah, totally. And as a center back, we appreciate the work that you do.
Well, thank you.
And as the attacker, I appreciate the work that he does also.
Definitely. I mean, we all appreciate center backs and outside backs. So you guys are good at what you do, making our job a little bit easier.
There it is. There it is. Us at the Sunday League level and you at the highest level. But but actually that's a pretty awesome tangent. If you don't mind me taking it to just thinking about your career. And we don't have a lot of time, but just pushing forward through, you broke through at FC Dallas. You became the most important player there. You went to Colorado, you became the most important player there. Just really taking the league by storm, and now in LA.
A team that's already, I would argue, that is already really good before you came over. Absolutely. And you just slotted in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this team, just the playmaking, just watching the ball, like you beautifully, described, just moving the ball from the defense up top, just super creative playmaking ability on point. And that's coming from positions like you, like the kind of cogs. In my mind, I know you probably get asked this a whole bunch. Maybe this is the most annoying question ever. And in that case, I apologize. But as a US men's national team fan as well, I'm thinking about that bigger picture. I'm thinking about, the awesome opportunity that you guys have kind of at the foot of the door here coming up pretty soon. I'm thinking about the position that you play under Greg and then the position that you play under Cherundolo in LA. Obviously CDMs, but fundamentally different. I just wanted to get your perspective on how you feel that playmaking capability and that defensive responsibility, how that translates kind of as you think about your club career and your international career.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously we play in similar formations that we do from national team and club, 4-3-3. At times I find myself playing, different positions in the midfield, whether it be a 6 or as an 8, attacking midfielders, defensive midfielder. I mean, for me, I enjoy playing both. I mean, I just want to be on the field nonetheless. And, obviously my role here at LAFC is a little bit different, more attacking minded, more of a box-to-box guy. Could have the qualities to do so. I mean, big engine, I can help create, disrupt as well. National team I play as more of a 6, but I have played as 8 also. I mean, they're both positions that I'm super familiar with. I mean, I don't mind playing, either or, but the responsibilities change a bit in a sense, whereas 6 is a guy that more just holds in front of the center backs to get the ball, disrupts, distributes, gets in spots that, one, where you can break lines. 2 is to be in a zonal position where you can win the ball back, and then finding your attacking players. And so, I mean, there's 2 positions that, that I don't mind playing either or. But yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, they're definitely very different, but I think they're very key and go hand in hand in the success of the team. Yeah, I mean, wherever I'm on the field, I mean, I don't care. I just want to play. So
that's so
awesome. Yeah, it's important to have all those skills. You can, to be a versatile player too. All the coaches are gonna like you, right? Because you can, you're playing wherever you can.
And
right?
that's so interesting to hear, man, because like it shows, like the way that you play, like the freedom that you have on the ball. Like literally, I haven't heard this from you, this concept that you just want to play, right? You just want to get on the field, be involved. And like I think that is the only mindset that you can really have. I feel like so much of like soccer, football is like, it's up to interpretation. There's so many players who play, differently, and it works for them, and that's great. But I think at the core, you have to play just with that freedom and love, So it really shows, man.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Yeah,
super awesome. If you don't mind, one last tangent, I think.
Talk about some national team.
Yeah, what do you want to? Kick that off? Yeah.
There was a little bit of a disappointment, for 2018. Finally we're back, right? We're back in the World Cup. The group's not easy, but on that day where we qualified, like what were the scenes like? How is everyone reacting to that?
I mean, I think it was kind of a weird feeling because we lost the game. So it's like we weren't necessarily cheering because we're like, wow, this is a tough game, a game that we wanted to make history in a sense where we've never won in Costa Rica. Yeah. So we were disappointed on the field. But then we realized like, yo, we're going to the World Cup. Like it's something huge. Like it's a huge like accomplishment. And I mean, especially the 7 months we endured and how hard each and every game was. But I think more so that game, we were kind of just disappointed that, we didn't do a better job in, getting that result. But I mean, after that, we celebrated, we enjoyed ourselves. And I mean, it was just a sense of relief. I mean, especially not qualifying in 2018. It was huge for us to finally just get that done. So it was exciting for everyone.
Yeah, it was exciting for us as well.
Yeah. And then you mentioned it, like, it ended up being a loss that, took us to the World Cup. So, I mean, that sealed the deal. It was on that day. And I think it's the best time to lose, right?
In a way, I mean, no one wants to lose, but
but if you're gonna have to lose, qualify for the World Cup.
We set aside our goal, which was to qualify for the World Cup, and it wasn't pretty, but we did it. I mean, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. No one really thinks about what place you finished in, but it just matters that we're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's kind of all we really cared about.
Yeah, for sure. And the groups have been set, and it's almost poetic that what has gone down. I don't even have to mention it, right?
Original rivalry.
So we're looking forward to see another showing like we saw last time.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we still haven't. We don't know our third opponent yet. So I mean, obviously we know England, we know Iran, but I mean, we can either play Scotland, Wales, or Ukraine. So I mean, nonetheless, I mean, it's going to be a tough game whoever we face. Yeah. Each game has its own challenges, but like I said, I mean, it's the World Cup. I mean, it's going to be huge. It's exciting, and I mean, we're all kind of looking forward to it. I mean, it's always better to have the States back in it. For sure. All of us. And I know everyone watching is going to really tune in. So it's definitely exciting.
Yeah. And you mentioned those 3 teams that are yet, that last spot with those 3 teams that's yet to be decided. Like none of those guys. All 3 of those teams can put on a show. So
they have talent. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's not going to be an easy group, but I think getting out of that group is really gonna, if we can get out of that group, it bodes really well for a potential deep run in the World Cup. Because
definitely. You gotta just take it game by game, and let the chips fall where they may and go from there.
Huge, dude. Unbelievable. Unbelievable perspectives. I think if we could just leave it on this one note, what's coming to my mind is this incredible transformation, this journey that you've been on from, that kid in Texas, just, dreaming of just making it big, to now, at the precipice of the greatest stage in world sports, as far as we're concerned, as, soccer enthusiasts, the greatest position you could ever be in. So you've went all the way to the top, bringing it back down to, just bringing it back down to earth. I'm wondering, what kind of advice, would you give to someone? Obviously, this as a podcast that goes out to students, a lot of student athletes, a lot of my friends, even us, like we like to consider ourselves little athletes. Like, what would you say to them? Give them some sort of tidbit, something.
I mean, I think for my, I guess my 2 cents is basically, no dream is too big nor too small, and success is only defined by what you make of it. And so for me, I mean, I'm living a childhood dream. I mean, sometimes I have to just reflect and be like, wow, I'm really at a place where I never thought I'd be, but I'm here. And I think the biggest thing is to take in the moment, enjoy it, enjoy the grind, enjoy the obstacles, the challenges, because it helps you grow, and just never be content with where you are. Because it's easy, you can kind of just think like, oh, I'm here, that's it. But you always got to strive for more, aim for more. And I mean, that's what I do each and every day. It helps better me. And another thing is don't compare yourself to others. I think I struggle with that as I was growing up, where I'm like, why is that happening to them? Why is that not happening to me? But in the end, everyone has their own journey, and you need to follow your own path. And I mean, no path is a perfect path. And you just have to make the most of every opportunity, take it all in, and move forward, basically. So that's basically all I have. But I mean, it's just words, I kind of live by. Just control what you can control, just like your attitude, your work ethic, and good things will happen.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. In sports and life, that your message is just the.
Yeah, it's for everything, no matter what.
Pick out the game, it still applies.
Yeah. That's word.
Definitely.
Yeah, all of life, the whole world. The whole world should hear that, really.
Only 10 to 20 people are going to hear this probably, but the whole world should.
Hey, the whole world should. I mean,
we're going to put it out.
It doesn't matter if it's one person, two people. I mean, that's still one person more, right? So, but no, I appreciate you guys having me on. This is awesome. Glad we can make it work. And
I mean,
hoping this elevates the show a little bit to get more viewers. And
I hope so,
dude.
Yeah,
take it to a bigger market, and you guys, go from this to ESPN talk shows or whatever.
Yeah.
Sports, whatever. You never know. You never know.
Dude, those words. Even applying to the podcast. We'll keep working. Yeah, do our best. Hopefully. You see around, I always watch, things on TV, your ESPN FCs, your NBC, all these guys. And, I think you're to yourself, like, I could say something, right? That could matter. And I think those words that your words are an inspiration. So we're definitely going to take it to heart. And,
thank you very much.
And do our best.
Yeah, no problem at all.
And we know you will, for sure. You'll do your best. You're going to bring that glory to the US, no matter where we end up in the World Cup. It's going to.
I hope so. Hopefully we make a lot of fans happy and really make a lot of noise in the tournament. So
hell yeah, dude.
I also have to shout out that sweatshirt. Everyone's a storyteller, including you.
That's awesome.
We're trying to tell stories. Telling stories. Everyone's telling stories around. That's great.
Amen. Definitely.
Dude, thank you so much, man.
No problem at all. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad we can make it work. I apologize again for being late and keep you guys waiting. So,
dude,
no worries. We're chilling. We're watching the Champions League game while we were waiting. So there's no.
Talking about the City game.
Yeah, we were watching the recording, and we're just about finished. We got about like 15 minutes left. Benzema just scored the game. Yeah.
Freaking.
He's for fun.
Hell yeah. So you didn't keep us waiting. Don't worry about it.
We were just talking.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much again, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. Keep killing it.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll see you guys.
Cheers,
All
Kellyn.
right.
Bye.
Cheers.